Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sanch, your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network. We have some interesting hamstring physique update from Nick Walker after tearing it and not being able to compete at the Olympia, the most recent one. And we also have some hairline updates from none other than Mr. Five-time classic physique champion Chris Bumstead as he travels to Hungary. So if you're interested, stay tuned. But if you're new here, I'm your host on the Bodybuilding News Network, Josh Sanch. Thank you so much for stopping in and checking out this video. But let's go ahead and jump right into Nick Walker, some courtesy footage on the side to keep you entertained. But as you can see here, this is the most recent physique updates that we received from Nick Walker personally, technically before he would have competed at last year's Olympia or this most recent Olympia. This is what he would have technically looked like. And you will see in just a second as we focus on the hamstring in that back shot is you can really see where the hamstring is damaged on that left leg. You can really see the discrepancy. There's a lot of puffiness. There's the swollenness around that area. There's also a lot of redness. And when you think about whether or not he could have competed at the Olympia and whether or not he debatably would have placed well, that is a really fun conversation to have. But overall, I'm very happy that he's doing well. I'm happy that he made the decision that he thinks was the best for him. And I'm also very excited to see what he does in 2024. Now, there's a lot of conversation, looking at the Arnold Classic footage. People are saying that they would really like to see him do the Arnold Classic or maybe the New York, or maybe later in the year he could do the Tampa or something. I don't think that's in the cards, ladies and gentlemen. I genuinely think he's going to wait for the 2024 Mr. Olympia. He's going to hope for a special invitation, as that is still a very legitimate thing for people to ask for. You got to think we have in the past 4 Mr. Olympias, 2 of them have won it inadvertently for at least one of them from a special invitation. So nothing wrong with special invitations as long as they are warranted and they make bodybuilding better. So those are my thoughts on Nick Walker. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections below. Moving into Chris Bumstead, very interesting to see him. Of course, the most recent Olympia footage for your entertainment on the right, but seeing him and his brother-in-law, Ian Valliere, retired men's open bodybuilder, most recent retired men's open bodybuilder, Ian Valliere, both of them traveling over to Turkey to do the world famous hair transplant, the Now Hair Time, and this seems to be the company's name. I don't know if I'm super excited about this, but it's definitely an interesting thing to talk about. Chris Bumstead's one of these guys that's just very transparent with his life, and what you see is what you get. And I very much enjoy seeing his journey. I enjoy seeing his energy, his charisma. You can see here both him and Ian kind of recovering, if you will, after the hair transplant operation. Now, I don't know what kind of, what do you call it, anesthetics or anything like that, if they have to put any amnesia, they have to put any type of medication to put them to sleep to do all the different plugging of the new hair follicles. But if not, I'm sure that was quite painful. So I really don't know too much about the actual operation, but again, interesting to see. I didn't really notice Chris's hairline receding at all. I think he did a great job covering it and doing his hair in a way that didn't really show it, honestly. So all in all, kind of an interesting story to see. I did see Nick Miller was talking about the idea of whether or not this is beneficial for Chris as he's still competing. And when you're still competing, you're still using those performance enhancing ingredients, those PEDs, those substances, baby, please. And if you're still using that stuff and you get this surgery done, are you still causing damage to your hair if you're genetically predisposed to that sort of thing? That's a question I'll leave you guys with. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on Chris Bumstead getting a brand new head of hair. I'm your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network, Josh Sanch. Please subscribe if you have not. It does help the channel grow. And I'll see you wonderful people in the next one.